You know everything is energy first, but what does that mean? How does that help you manifest the love, the abundance, or whatever it is that you want to experience? Hey guys, I'm KALYN. I have been a teacher of spirituality for over 20 years. I am the author of Shamanic Egg Cleansing and Be You, Be Authentic, Be Unlimited, as well as a couple others. In this video, we're going to talk about what it means, the fact that energy comes first, and how you can start to use that to your advantage, because being in the dark about it really doesn't help. So yes, energy comes first. But if you don't understand energy, that doesn't say much, does it? I mean, the wind blows, but until sailors know how to capture the wind and have it propel their sails, it doesn't help them much. So here's what you really need to know about energy. Two things. Number one, if it's blocked, just like a clogged pipe, it doesn't flow, and you need it to flow. Number two, energy flows. Now that's what's going to help you attract whatever you want in your life and attract it effortlessly, which is the really significant thing. So energy flows. If your energy isn't flowing, that's one thing you have to look at. Now, energy flows. That means that things can come and go. You want your income to come, and then when you spend money on things, you're okay with that money going as long as it keeps flowing. As a matter of fact, if it would speed up, that would be even better. That would mean you would have even more coming in, even more going out. Sure, you can save some, but you get what I'm saying. On the other hand, if there's very slow flow or no flow, it means you aren't really getting what you want, or not very often. What affects the flow of energy? Well, really we do. One of the problems that we have is that we do something to the energy. We often grasp at it, repel it, push it, or pull on it. And in all of these cases, we put energy out of its flow. We also sometimes just try to hold on tight, and then it's just stagnant. So it's super important. You need to get your energy fluid, flowing. How do you do that? You need to make sure that you're getting yourself in the flow. To get yourself in the flow, all you have to do is process life. Just the same way you want that money coming in and going out, or those romantic experiences coming to you, and you have them and then they're over. Because you don't really want to stay in bed for the rest of your life. You want to go out to dinner, you want to go on a trip, you want to sometimes go to work. There's different things that you want, and you want to really have that all flowing. So that's exactly what you need to do with your whole life. Children naturally do this. Things happen to them, and for example, if they fall, they cry and wail, because that is the authentic experience they're having in the moment. And then an hour later, a half hour later, maybe 15 minutes later, maybe a few minutes later, they're over it. It came, they tripped, they fell, or whatever happened, and then they let it go. And they're brand new again. They don't hold on to things like we do. Of course, one of the things we most hold on to is our past. So you want to make sure that you're not holding on to your past. When people talk about the power of the now moment, they're talking about not holding on to the past, because the past would really be that grasping or holding. And when we hold something tight, one of the things that happens is, however we're holding it, like my fist in this case, it gets really painful. And then our muscles can even atrophy, even our energetic muscles. The other thing that happens is, in this condition, there's no flow. If you have this condition in one place, chances are you have it in more than one place. In other words, if there's a place where you're trying to hold on to a situation, you're probably trying to hold on in other places. And holding on to a situation, even when it looks like it's a situation you really should hold on to, it's something really important, like you don't want to lose your job, well, you have to get to the point to where either you trust the universe or you understand the flow, and you understand that sooner or later, your current job, in this example, it is going to end, it's going to morph into something different, and hopefully something better. How do you have your life constantly spiral up, have that energy flow go up, 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 higher and higher, instead of go down or remain stagnant? Certainly not by trying to hold on. So if you need to hold on for a little while, that's fine. But if you catch my drift, if you will, you want to let it all flow. How do you let things flow? Flowing your energy is actually very simple. What's not simple is recognizing all the places you need to flow and getting out of your mind, your thoughts, and into the energy of it. When you practice flowing, one really great advantage is that you will learn to sense energy. Why? Because as you're flowing your energy, you're going to start to sense things coming and going. So let's work on flowing your energy right now, because it can change all of your life. I mean, I have seen people attract money, crazy money, including me. I've seen people attract relationship. I've seen people disattract things that they didn't like, change situations. I've seen it all. A business, a relationship that had ended and bringing it back and having it come back to being a good, strong relationship. I've seen it all. Why? Because the authentic version of you in the flow has the things that you desire. They're part of your evolution. They're part of you expanding and becoming the next spiraled up version of yourself. So how do you flow things, and how often should you flow things? As often as you can, at least once a day. Step number 1, welcome whatever you're experiencing. It doesn't sound all that complicated, but really, instead of keeping everything at bay, really welcoming it and letting it be here is pretty big. Number 2, let it be here and be with your experience. Sometimes it feels good, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you feel expansive, other times you feel like the walls are caving in. Don't worry, it's just energy. And you are, just like your food, digesting that energy, except you have unseen help now. So step number 2, let yourself have whatever experience you're experiencing. Step number 3, let it go. You want to let it flow, let it move on. So again, step number 1, welcome. Really be honest with yourself. Let yourself feel how you're feeling, think what you're thinking. Your worst thoughts, this is the time to quote unquote be negative. It's the time to really be brutally honest with yourself. Number 2, let it be here. Let it affect you. Let it shift you, because the only thing it can do is get better. You'll notice that as you let it be here, like I said, even if it feels like the walls are caving in, you have unseen help from what I'm going to call your source energy, and it's going to dissipate that energy. When you let it go, one of the things that'll also happen is that the unseen help, your source energy, is going to bring you new energy, right? Because when we're letting it flow, it comes and it goes. So the next energy that's going to come is going to be able to come at a higher level. You want to flow painful things, difficult things, challenging things, your hopes, your dreams, your desires, wonderful things. Why? Because no matter what, if we hold on to things, our energy isn't flowing. Everything is energy first, and this tight energy that we're holding on to isn't the energy that we want to manifest from. On the other hand, when we let it flow, we start to gather a current of energy, and then the things that we desire effortlessly come to us. Find out for yourself. Try it out. You wouldn't believe the results that I have had over the years working with people. They love flowing their energy. Almost every session makes everyone feel better, gives them a better disposition. They sometimes feel lighter, and it takes them a step closer to their dreams. If you're having any problem manifesting anything you want, it's time to get in the flow.